So, doing an update since my last video, however many years ago. I think that was back in 2017. This is 4 years later. In 2021, it is April 11th, going on 11th, I think. And here's an update of the boat. So, a lot has changed since my last video. It's the progress got, way slowed down with, business always kind of taken first allegiance, and then of course I recently built a new house, new garage, all that stuff. Recently engaged, tons of stuff going on. Got a dog now, all that. But I'm finally back into this project, and I want to get this thing done, and it's gonna get done this season. Our goal is to launch at the end of May, and I think we're looking good to do that. Since the last video, I think I had just ordered the engine, and there's no interior work, no decking done. And as you can see, a lot of the decking, all the decking's, I guess, done, and we're just kind of in the finishing stages, getting trim work done and things like that. So I'll just kind of walk you around. The paint on the boat leveled off quite a bit. The black part looks really good. I think I'm going to touch it up and do one more coat on it before I launch, I think, just because in the process of moving from my old house to the new house, and storing the boat while this house is being built and all that, there's a few little scratches on it, and I think to make it look at its best for launch, doing a coat of the black paint would be good. And then I'll leave the boot stripe and I'll leave the bottom paint because those look just fine. As far as the decking goes, uh, you can see I've got, I think they're 2 3/4 inch mahogany strips, and then uh, the cover boards right around are also mahogany. And that was kind of a process of re-sawing wood and getting it planed down and doing a lot of shape work, but it all turned out really good. And then we just used a kind of a basic latex caulk to fill in the seams and level it off. And I think I'm on my 5th or 6th coat of varnish right now, and I'm probably going to shoot for 12 coats. You can see it's getting better and better with every coat, but you can see in the light there, it's got a little bit of texture to it, and where the seams are, they're not quite level yet. So we're getting there. It's super exciting. The hole right here, that's going to be where the fuel fill is. I did end up doing the fuel tank in the front of the boat. On the opposite side, I'll probably have the horn up. That little hole right there is going to be where the navigation light goes. And then the windshield will be installed after I'm done doing all the varnishing. That flooring, that woven vinyl, turned out pretty good. Still need to do some trim work around the outside, but overall it looks really good. The dashboard turned out really nice as well. I've got my it's like a Bluetooth radio receiver there. I didn't do a CD player or anything because CDs are kind of a thing of the past. I've got the DC outlet there to charge a phone or something like that. The Suzuki gauges in there, they're all hooked up. I just need to get the speedometer hooked up, but they all work when you flip on the battery and all that. So the fuel gauge works and all that. Fuel cell is up there. That's one of the next projects after I'm done varnishing, is I need to build kind of like a little thin bulkhead, nothing to do with structure. And I think I'm going to wrap it in the same fabric that I wrap the seats in, and then I've got 2 marine speakers that I'm going to get installed up there. And that'll kind of cover all that up and make it look real nice. So the interior I ordered, it was so long ago, I think it's custom boat cushions. It was about a grand or something like that. Now that I've got it all done, there's some things that would have changed a little bit. I wish I would have made this just a little bit shorter, but it still looks pretty good. Still, these aren't snapped in yet or anything. They're basically just positioned for styling, but turned out good. And the seats, I wrapped those in an indoor-outdoor carpeting. I think that looks really good. So overall, very happy with that. The trailer works really, really good. I've actually towed the boat around, obviously, to get it to this place, and I've did a small little sea trial with the boat, and because I was really bored and I wanted to see what it was like. And the boat floats, doesn't leak anything. This engine is uber quiet. This 60 horsepower Suzuki, I think it's 230 pounds, and it just seems really solid on the back of there. But got all this rigging done. The fuel line runs through the port side of the boat, And then all the electrical stuff and the steering cable runs through the starboard side. If you look in here, that's my battery switch. I've got a bilge pump in there. I still need to run the hose, but it's electrically hooked up. And that's mounted before the switch. So that's always live in case for some reason you shut the battery off and you've got a leak in the boat or you got major rain, that will run no matter what. So that'll be good. Moving around to the starboard side, you can see, yeah, the varnish is just looking better and better. Get some more coats on there and get it really leveled and get it all buffed out so it'll be super smooth, I'm hoping. But battery boxes in there, really not much there. And then the door, you can probably see in the background there next to my Camry. For that, we'll go right here. I've got hinges for that and all that, so that'll look real sleek. But everything's looking good. If you look, I don't know, you can see just towards the top, it's a little bit scuffed up and a little bit orange peely, so I'd like to do another coat of paint, I think. But at the end of the day, if you get too stuck with perfection, you end up not getting anything done. So this all turned out great. The wheels, really nice. Got all the stuff from Hallberg Marine. Got the engine, all the electronics, all that stuff, just kind of in one basic package, and was able to install it fairly easily. The Suzuki remote control, it's right here. And that's all hooked up. It goes in and out of gear. Like I said, I had the boat in the water. Didn't put it on plane or anything. Just kind of tooted around the marina because I had no lights and it was, dark out. So, but yeah, I've got the stereo. That flips on just fine and works good. I don't have the speakers in right now, otherwise I'd demonstrate it. The docking lights, I've got a real cool spotlight that's going to go right here on the corner of the boat. And then I've got, of course, my navigation lights and the anchor light and the horn. I've got all that stuff, and it's all pre-wired, basically. I just need to get all this stuff done so I can mount it on top. But once again, in the light, you can see I've got a ways to go with the varnishing, but it's definitely looking better and better as we come along here. So that's the basic update for now. Once again, we're trying to launch by the end of May, is what I'm going to shoot for anyway. And we'll just kind of see what happens. But I'm very excited to be back into this project, and it's done sitting around. It's gonna get completed. So yeah, that's the Malahini. New video hopefully coming up soon. Talk to you guys later.